So what do you make of this argument that the North is now BJP dominated and the South is more accommodative of parties like the Congress?
No, I think it's an artificial and a malicious and a politically motivated distinction, which I think is meant to sow the seeds of balkanization of Bharat on pseudo-ethnocentric lines. And I think this needs to be countered as soon as possible. According to me, this takes forward the same missionary template that was employed in the 18th and the 19th century to cleave the culture between Bharat, the north of Bharat and the south of Bharat. And I can say this with a fair degree of confidence, having read the literature carefully and deeply, that this is, according to me, Dravidianist expansionism from the south to the north in terms of their ideological presence.
But isn't it a fact that barring Himachal Pradesh, at present, no state has a Congress government? All of them have decided to go to the BJP. But the same people, the same party managed to win Karnataka and then Telangana.
See, the fact is that detail misses an important, let's say, aspect of the outcome, which is the rapid increase in the BJP's vote share in the south. And I'm saying this as a non-expert, let's say, observer of these aspects or of these developments. The kind of victory that BJP has seen in Telangana, I think on the ground needs to be seen to be believed. And if anybody witnesses the kind of crowds Sri Annamalai draws in Tamil Nadu, I would ask myself a simple question: what is the difference between the Hindi heartland, so to speak, or the pejoratively called cow belt, and those parts of Tamil Nadu that have embraced Annamalai? So I think this is a binary which has no basis in reality.
Is the voter in the north more right of center and the voters in the south more left of center, or completely left in the case of Kerala? Because empirically, that's what it looks like if you were to look at which party is in power in which state.
See, I think it would be ahistoric to contend that Hindutva has not had an origin in the north of Vindhyas in terms of its historical origin, so to speak, or the way the movement has started. But to say that its appeal is limited only to the north of India, I'm sorry to say, is completely baseless. It has no basis whatsoever. BJP has occupied power in Karnataka at least since 2008 more than once. And in Mysore and coastal Karnataka, so to speak, these are what are called saffron strongholds or saffron bastions. So I don't think this argument makes sense whatsoever. And second, to say that people on the north are interested only in religion, they have nothing to do with language, they have nothing to do with culture, they have nothing to do with development. No, it doesn't make sense whatsoever. Anybody who visits Uttar Pradesh today will know for a fact that civilization and development go hand in hand. Sanskriti and Vikas go hand in places like Uttar Pradesh. So this argument, I don't think holds any water. Then what do you make of Maharashtra? So where do states like Maharashtra survive? Maharashtra and Gujarat are supposed to be north simply because they are above India's, but for all practical purposes, they are the west of India. They are not the Hindi heartland. They are not the cow belt. What do you make of those states?
Sure, but
so I don't think that makes sense whatsoever.
Sure, but then how do you square off the irony of the RSS having the maximum shakhas in Kerala? Despite that, Hindus, even the Hindus in Kerala, vote for the communists.
Because I don't think the BJP has managed to present a credible face which can actually reach out to the voters, particularly in a deeply religious state such as Kerala. That's a fact. And second, Kerala and Bengal almost mirror each other in the harsh realities of how battles are won, political battles are won in the streets or on the streets. So the presence of a Hindu vote base does not translate to, let's say, electoral victory unless you're able to project someone who can confidently inspire them to come out and vote for them. Because if you don't present that face, there are repercussions and there are, let's say, implications and consequences which have to be faced immediately, the way you saw in Bengal post 2021 election results.